What's up, YouTube? I'm going to be giving you a review on my 2002 DRZ400s Supermoto. Just converted it. Cheapest Supermoto build on YouTube. Check it out. So here's my 2002 DRZ400sm. Just converted it to a Supermoto. So here's my little review and update. I bought the bike for $1,400 off Craigslist. I needed a little bit of TLC. I ordered new plastics for it because the plastics on it didn't match. So I ordered plastics for about $100. I ended up having to get new turn signals on it here and there. As well, I put a LED pod up front because it's brighter than this, because this is an aftermarket Cyclops, a Serbi's Cyclops headlight, an old one from back in the day, so I just modified that a little bit. So all new plastics. Moving our way to the handlebars. I got this cheap little rear view side mirror from O'Reilly Auto Parts, just connected with a little zip tie on the back. I ended up having to get a Vapor Trail Tech because the stock Speedo was broken. I think the previous owner looped it out or whatever. So that I got a Trail Tech Vapor that ran about $137. So as you can see, the handlebars or cockpit or whatever you want to call it is pretty clean looking. No big mirrors on there or anything like that. It came with the Pro Taper hand guards on it. I had to get a new seat. The one that was on there was ripped to hell. I didn't make a video on it when I first got the bike, so I ended up buying a new seat and then taking the other seat cover and redoing that one, and then I ended up selling that for the price I bought this new one for, which was $20. So didn't really lose much money there. Got the new rear turn signals on there. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I didn't have a license plate on there. That was with just the DRZ400s review after I did the headlight mod and then the plastics. So I got a license plate, and then they got it registered in my name and all that, and that was $135. So has a Muzzy exhaust, as I said in the previous video. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Has the Red Bull dress up on the shock reservoir. I relocated the key to the right side over here just for a stealth look. That way people won't try to steal my shit either. I can't find it. Working our way down to the Supermoto rims now. Oh, I also had to replace the battery. I got the anti-gravity battery, and that ran for $109. Got that off eBay. Going back, before we get to the Supermoto rims too, I also cut the rear subframe and shortened it down, as you can see there, as well as I cut the rear fender down, so because the Muzzy exhaust is kind of long, so I cut that down so it'll look a little nicer and get closer to the exhaust, because before it was sticking like way out there. So I like that. And I also, how I mounted the tail light, it's tucked up in there, so I like that a lot too. It lights up at night, the whole yellow, so it's very visible at night. Moving to the front fender too, I also cut that. I think it looks a lot better, more of like a Supermoto style, but the other one was like way down here, and I didn't like that at all, so I cut that up, and it looks a lot sharper now. So now getting to the Supermoto rims. I got a really good deal on these. I got these off Craigslist too. I just put an ad, said wanted Supermoto rims. a guy texted me. He's like, hey, I got some Supermoto rims. My bike just blew up, so I'm parting the bike out. So I was like, awesome, man. Met up with him. He drove an hour, and I drove an hour, so we both met halfway. He gave me a great deal on these bad boys. I got these for $550, both front and rear. He gave me the tires, the sprocket. He gave me the axles from it. So if you don't know, this kit usually runs around $550, or that's how much I got it for. I got it for $550, but online these kits go for $1,200 with tires, rims, and rotors and the whole combination. So same with the rear. He gave me the entire sprocket, and he gave me the rotor. He gave me the axles. So he pretty much gave me the whole deal. The rear tire is like brand new as well, so I was happy about that on the deal. And then the front tire is still good. He was like, oh yeah, it's gonna need a new front tire, but when I looked at it, I was like, there's so much tread on here still. So I was like, dude, that's not even that bad. I didn't say it to him, but after I got home, I was like, man, that's not been bad at all. So he gave me this other washer on this side, or spacer, which usually goes on this side, but since I already have one on that side, I threw it the one that he gave me on the left side, because usually the speedo hub's here, so that worked out nice. He threw that in too, the axles. I didn't expect that, but it worked out good. So I deleted the speedo hub, and I was able to put this spacer in there. Since the last video as well, I even updated the carbon fiber wrap on the fork tubes here, and then I also threw it on to the swing arm, and that turned out freaking phenomenal. So here's a price list that I made for the bike and all the parts that I had to buy. So the bike's a 2002 DRZ400s, converted to Supermoto. The bike I purchased for $1,400. I could have got it cheaper, but you know, the guy was like, I offered him $13 because it needed work, and he's just like, nah man, I'm gonna wait and try and get some see if I can get a better offer. And I was just like, I was so legitimate on getting the bike. So the next day, I waited a day, and the next day I wanted it so bad. I was like, dude, I'll give you $1,400. And then he's like, okay. So he just wanted that extra $100. But so next I bought plastics. Those were $100. I bought a cam chain tensioner, but my friend told me not to put it on or mess with it because it doesn't. If it's not making a noise, I shouldn't mess with it. So I just crossed that off the list. I had that in the final price, so I just took that out since I'm not using it. I got rear turn signals and front turn signals for rear turn signals for $7.95, and I got the front turn signals for $7.95 as well. So, and then I got the new battery. That was $109. It's a smaller, lighter battery. It's a lithium-ion 4-cell battery by Anti-Gravity. I got the Trailtech Vapor for $137.60, and then I got the LED pod that's on there. There was a 2-pack that I got for $20, so I just crossed out. I just used the one that I bought, so I put $10 just for one. And then registration was $135, and then Supermoto rims were $550. So as well, I took off the oil and oil filter maintenance and all that stuff, because that's just a given that you need to do that when you buy a new bike. So the total price came out to be $2,552.47. So if you know anything about DRZs, you know, well, out here in Southern California at least, they're pretty pricey. So they're up in the $4,000 area, $3,500 to $4,000 and up. So I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, Craigslist is garbage, Craigslist this and that, and honestly, Craigslist isn't what they say it is. As long as you know what you're looking for, you know what to look for, and you do your research, you'll get the best deal possible. As I said, I got the bike off Craigslist, I got the wheels from Craigslist, so this is pretty much a Craigslist built bike for the most part, besides the plastics and all that. So this is the end of the video, so like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. You can see what the bike looked like before, and then you already know what it looks like after, so thanks.